Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Boutique Tuesday here on Blu-ray Hunter. I'm your host, Jonathan Moody, and we got a fun one for you. I'm going to be talking about Arrow. So usually when I do these boutique ones, I kind of give you guys off like 10 or so, depending on how many movies I have in that, like in my collection of that boutique label. So far I've been doing the ones, this is the third episode, and so far I've been doing all the ones that I have a lot, but eventually I'm gonna have only ones that have like five or 10 or six or something like that. So here we go. I'm gonna talk about each different thing. First off, for Arrow, I do want to mention they have this line, which is the Arrow Academy. And I've been trying to get a bunch of these. I think I have three or four so far. So maybe this year I'll be able to get maybe up to 10. That would be great. Um, that's what I want to do with my collection. I want to get up to 10 Arrow Academy movies. For the year for 2025, baby. Um, so they've got, Arrow Academy movies. These are sort of more avant-garde sort of this is so to give this as an example is Gas, Food, and Lodging. Gas, Food, and Lodging is an independent film directed by Allison Anders. She was one of the people that directed I think she directed a segment for Four Rooms. She's like I think she became friends with Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez, kind of going in that world of independent cinema. She was part of like Sundance and she did very well and people like adored a lot of the movies that she did, but she did like, kind of more avant-garde, more serious kind of this is somewhat comedy. I loved it actually. I think I did a review for Blu-ray Hunter Reviews. So if you haven't seen that review, please go check it out. Then there's like this movie, which is Lover's Lane, which has a nice little slipcover with a reversible art. So if you want to use I always do that. If this is the normal case, then I do the reversed art for the regular case. Um, my thoughts on all these, like these are just cheesy B movies. Lover's Lane was just fun, and it was directed by a guy named John Ward. And if you know anything about my guess, I have a guy named John Ward, but it's not the same John Ward. His is just I think John Ward, Jon Ward. His is John. So there you go. But when I saw that, I was like, I gotta buy that. Next is another one with a slipcase and whatnot, but it's just another B movie, but it's a Hollywood B movie kind of thing. It's My Stepmother's an Alien as an example. This movie is really goofy and silly, but a lot of fun. And I mean, if you look at all the extras on the back, yeah, let's do the extras because like every sort of one of these has sort of different extras. So like for Gas, Food, and Lodging, it's got a the Road to Laramie, a look back at Gas, Food, and Lodging, a brand new interview with Allison Anders and Josh Olson. Cinephile, Real Women from Chris Rodley, 1995 documentary looking at the challenges women face in this industry from independent to studio filmmaking and features interviews with Allison Anders, Catherine Bigelow, Jane Campion, Penny Marshall, Gail Ann Hurd, and others. So it doesn't have any commentary, but it's got a lot of extra stuff, like a couple extra things. And their Lover's Lane has let's see, a brand new audio commentary with writer producers Jeff Miller and Rory Veal. Screaming Teens: The Legacy of Lover's Lane featurette with Jeff Miller and Rory Veal and actors Matt Reedy and Carter Roy and original trailers. So there you go. My Stepmother's an Alien has a brand new audio commentary by critic Brian Reisman. Cosmetic Encounters, directing My Stepmother's an Alien, a brand new interview with director Richard Benjamin, which I watched. I remember watching it, thought it was really good. And I reviewed this for Hollywood Knockbusters. It's such a fun movie. Another movie, this is Cruising. This is not your typical, well, this is kind of typical for Arrow. So this was done by William Friedkin and stars Al Pacino. And it's got master what is it? Let's see. Brand new audio commentary with William Friedkin and critic and broadcaster Mark Kermode. Archival audio commentary by William Friedkin. So that was a new audio commentary. Yeah, it's a brand new. History of Cruising archival featurette, looking at the film's origin and production. Exercising Cruising archival featurette from the controversy surrounding the film and its enduring legacy. So there you go. And then here's another one that so silly, but a lot of fun is Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And I mean, they do so many great things with this. Did I take it out? So I know if you go in here, yeah, okay, so I did not, but there's like a booklet in here, and then there was a uh poster, but I think I put it somewhere. Maybe it's yeah, it's up over there. So I have a poster for Killer Clowns from Outer Space that I have already up. I probably might at some point take that to the studio and stuff. But there you go. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And this has a lot of freaking Look at that. Look, this is all the special features right here. But I'm gonna read it anyway. It's got Let the Show Begin, Anatomy of, well, archival commentary with the Chiodo brothers, the guys who made it. Let the Show Begin, Anatomy of the Killer theme song, an all new interview with the original members of the American punk band, the Dickies. Chiodo's Walk Among Us, the adventures in Super 8 filmmaking, all new documentary highlighting the making of the Chiodo brothers' childhood films. Killer collection of the Chiodo brothers' early films, including Land of Terror, Beast from the Egg, and more. Bringing and we might do this for Short Film Saturday. Do a couple of their films and stuff. I think that would be fun to review those. Bringing life to these things, a tour of the Chiodo brothers' productions. Tales of Tobacco, an interview with star Grant Kramer. Debbie's Big Night, an interview with star Suzanne Snyder. The Making of Killer Clowns, an interview with the Chiodo brothers. Visual effects with Gene Warren Jr., an interview with co-writer producer Charles Chiodo, and visual effects supervisor Gene Warren Jr. Creating Clowns, spelled with a K, an interview with Charles Chiodo, and the creature fabricator Dwight Roberts. Composing Clowns with a K, an interview with composer John Massari. Behind the Screams with the Chiodos, clown auditions, deleted scenes, bloopers, and more. Wow. Just wow, wow, wow. As we always say, because we mimicked the guy. Is that it? Is that five? Yes, that was five. All right. So next five are all 4Ks, and these are the 4Ks that the kind of stuff you expect from a 4K. I'm gonna go with sort of this. So there's certain things with these. Now this is why I'm picking these because they have certain stuff with them. So with this, like King of New York, this is a region well, I think it's region free, but it's from Britain, it's from England. And so I actually ordered this from the UK, I believe. And I was really excited to watch it, but I was really scared to do this. And then I found out later, and I don't know if this is true or not, but I think this is true, that apparently all 4K movies are uh 4K movies are region free. So they don't have a region lock like Blu-rays do. And I think they did that because they want everybody to be able to watch it because a lot of people do complain if they have to buy a region free 4K player and those are a little bit more expensive, so a lot of people don't have them. All right. Next after that is American Werewolf in London. Oh, wait, I forgot to tell you the special features on this. I don't know if you guys care or not, or they could look it up, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Because, I like to. Audio commentary by director Abel Ferreira. Audio commentary with co-proposer Joe Delia, producer Mary Kane, casting director Randy Subasawa. I probably just Sabusis. I don't know. And editor Anthony Redman. Interview with director Abel Ferreira. Interview with producer Augusto Caminito. Oh my God, these names. Abel Ferreira, Not Guilty, a documentary on the director from the French TV show Cinéastes de Notre Temps, a short film about the long career of Abel Ferreira, a documentary about looking back at the director's career, including interviews with key collaborators and original theatrical trailers and TV spots. So there you go. Next is American Werewolf in London, classic film, definitely deserves to be on 4K. Uh, it's got audio commentary by Beware the Moon filmmaker Paul Davis, audio commentary by directors David Naughton and Griffin Dunn, Mark of the Beast: The Legacy of the Universal Werewolf, a feature-length documentary by filmmaker Daniel Griffith, featuring interviews with John Landis, David Naughton, Joe Dante, and more. An American filmmaker in London, an interview with John Landis, in which he reflects on British cinema and how Landis's films explore Jewish identity. Let's see. Where the Okay, The Werewolf's Call, Corin Hardy's director of The Hollow and The Nun, chats with writer Simon Ward about their formative experience with the Jan Landis film. Good God, there's a lot. Where's the Wolf, a featurette in which SFX artists Dan Martin and Tim Laus of Prop Store look at some of the original costumes and special effects artifacts from the film. Beware the Moon, Paul Davis's acclaimed feature-length exploration of Landis's film, which boasts extensive cast and crew interviews. So that sounds like a feature. Is that a whole feature? Feature length. Wow. Exploration. Wow, that's crazy. An American Werewolf in Bob's Basement and Causing a Disturbance, Piccadilly Revisited to 2008 featurettes filmed by Paul Davis, making an American Werewolf in London a short archival featurette into the film's production. An interview with John Landis, a lengthy archival interview with the director about the film. Makeup makeup artist Rick Baker on An American Werewolf in London. The legendary makeup artist discusses his work on the film. I Walked with the Werewolf, an archival interview with Rick Baker about Universal Horror and its legacy of the Wolfman films. Casting of The Hand, archival footage from Rick Baker's workshop, showing the casting of David Naughton's Hand, outtakes, storyboards, and featurettes, and more. Good God. Sorry, that one was a lot. Like, look, like that's a lot. And they're all small print, so it feels even longer. Oh, I didn't even see that. I think he's a Jew, The Werewolf's Secret. Jesus. How did I miss this stuff? An essay by filmmaker John Spira, Elstree, 1976, about how Landis. Oh, yeah, I did do that. I just I didn't know it was called that. All right. I think he's a Jew. All right. Anyway, wonderful. The only thing I have a problem with both of these are, of course, this is from England. This is from America, and both just have the 4K. Arrow will do that from time to time. It will just give you the 4K and will not give you the Blu-ray as well. So you have to buy the Blu-rays separately, and sometimes they sell the Blu-ray, and I'll get into that in a little bit actually. Um, so here's another one. Here's Mallrats, and this is the 4K, which I was an idiot and gave away my Mallrats Blu-ray. So I'm gonna have to buy that again. But I gave it away for good cause, and it's fine. I'm okay with it. Um, so the first one has the theatrical cut. The second disc has the extended cut. Are they both 4K? They're both all 4K. Yeah, so that's 4K. That's 4K. So yeah, both cuts are 4K, which once again I gotta buy the TV the Blu-ray. So I have it. I mean I do have a version on Blu-ray. So I could watch it on Blu-ray too if I need to. But anyway, this has for the theatrical cut has Audio commentary with director Kevin Smith, producer Scott Mosier, archivist Vincent Pereira, and actors Jason Lee, Ben Affleck, and Jason Mewes. Introduction to the film by Kevin Smith. My Mallrat Memories, an interview with Kevin Smith. Mr. Mallrats, a tribute to Jim Jacks by Kevin Smith. Blunt Talk, an interview with actor Jason Mewes. When We Were Punks, an interview with cinematographer David Klein. Hollywood of the North, an animated making of documentary featuring Minnesota crew members who worked on the film. Deleted scenes, Kevin Smith and Vincent Pereira discussing deleted scenes and the sequences originally cut from the film, outtakes and behind the scenes footage, cast interviews with the original set, erection of the epic, the making of Mallrats. I remember that being on like the DVD, outtakes and behind the scenes. Or wait, where was that? Yeah, archival retrospective with the cast and crew, looking at the making of and the release of the film. Q&A with Kevin Smith, archival Q&A, filmed for the 10th anniversary, and Build Me Up Buttercup music video. On the extended cut, all it has is archival introduction to the extended cut by Kevin Smith and producer Scott Mosier, soundtrack EPK, raw dailies, and still gathers. So it's just got the director's cut. There's also the TV cut, and that was on the Blu-ray. So I was kind of bummed about that, but all right, I'm gonna have to do this. So this is True Romance, and it's just the 4K. It does not have the Blu-ray. It's just got one disc, as you can see, and it's got a bunch of postcards and different things, and got a nice big fat thick booklet, so you can read all about it. This is one of my favorite films. So is Mallrats. One of my favorite films, and so I'm gonna read to you guys all the special features on this one. Let's see. Let's see. Um, it says a 2008 Maxim oral history featuring interviews. I think this was on a thing. I think it's got on that 60-page booklet. So never mind. Hold on. Double-sided poster. Okay, so here's the stuff that's actually inside the thing because it talks about a lot of stuff that's just inside the case or whatever. Audio commentary by director Tony Scott. Audio commentary by writer Quentin Tarantino. Audio commentaries by Christian Slater, Patricia Arquette. Audio commentary by critic Tim Lucas. I haven't heard that one. I've heard the other three. I have not heard the Tim Lucas one. That could be interesting. Select scene commentaries by stars Dennis Hopper, Val Kilmer, Brad Pitt, and Michael Rappaport. Brand new select scene commentaries by co-stars Saul Rubinek and Bronson Pinchot. New interviews with costume designer Susan Becker. New interview with co-editor Michael Tronick. New interview with co-composers Mark Messina and John Van Tongeren. New interview with Larry Taylor, author of Tony Scott, a filmmaker on fire. Deleted scenes with optional commentary by Tony Scott. Alternate ending with optional commentary by Tony Scott and Quentin Tarantino. Electronic press kit, featurettes, behind the scenes footage, and interviews with Tony Scott, Christian Slater, Patricia Arquette, Dennis Hopper, and Gary Oldman. Now, this movie I know has a Blu-ray and a DVD, or not DVD, a Blu-ray and a 4K, but unfortunately, I did not have the money at the time to buy both, and now I regret it. So, would have nice to have both on here, and maybe eventually I'll upgrade to both because I like, it's a better like looking case, and I might keep this anyway, you know. So who knows? All right, so last but definitely not least, because obviously I see one of my favorites for last. This is one of my favorite movies of all time, and that is The Warriors. And this just came out recently enough where I was really excited to buy it. And here you go. It's got the first disc is the theatrical cut, and then the disc two is the alternate version, which I hated. So I'm glad it has the theatrical cut. Might get into that one day. Um, New audio commentary by filmmaker Walter Chow, author of a Walter Hill film. Four stories, a new interview with director Walter Hill. Whole lot of magic, a new roundtable discussion with filmmakers Josh Olson, who did A History of Violence, Lexi Alexander, who did Green Street Hooligans, Robert D. Krasowski, who did The Man Who Killed Hitler and then Bigfoot, discussed their love of the Warriors and the work of director Walter Hill. Battling Boundaries, a new interview with editor Billy Weber. Gang Style, a new interview with costume designer Bobby Mannix. Army of the Night, a new exclusive look at the costume designs and photographs from the archive of designer Bobby Mannix. Sound of the Streets, a new appreciation for composer Barry Dvorak, the music of the Warriors by film historian Neil Brand. Not to be confused with Neil Breen. Poor Neil Brand. Isolated score option come out and play. A new look at the iconic locations of the Warriors, Coney Island home turf, the beginning, and archival. An extra look on how the Warriors came to be, featuring interviews with the producer Lawrence Gordon, actor James Remar, editor David Holden, and writer director Walter Hill. Battleground and archival extra in which director Walter Hill and assistant director David Sosna look back at the difficulties of shooting on location in New York City. That should be interesting. The Way Home, an archival extra focusing on the look of the film, which contributes from the director of photography, Andrew Laszlo, and The Phenomenon, an extra archival extra featuring director Walter Hill and the cast of The Warriors. Wow. So when you get a Arrow movie, generally, you get a lot of extras and a lot of stuff. They try to pack everything in and give you something for your money. Like, even if it's something as small as like Lover's Lane, you'll get something you won't get as much as you'll probably get for the Warriors, but you'll get something. You'll get something big. They will go all out. They will try to help out. By the way, the other one, not the non-theatrical, the alternate one, was like, I think they added like comic book stuff into it and just made me hate it. And I was like, ugh. And for a little bit of time, that was the only like Blu-ray you could get or something. So I can never get a Blu-ray of the Warriors, and it kind of sucks. But now you can watch it, there. So anywho, that's it. That's so Arrow is that's it for all the movies I picked. 10 movies, 5 Blu-rays, 5 4Ks, and I picked them specifically to show off different styles and different things that you can get with it. There's other things too. I mean, like I said before, with this, let me use this as an example because there is a lot of stuff just in this box. You get a hard box for this one. You open it up, you get this freaking, I mean, this is a book. This is not a booklet. This is a book, you know. How many pages? Does it say how many pages? I don't think so. But a lot of pages. A lot of pages, just crazy amount. Say in here. Lord. Um, does it say how many pages? Uh, yeah, you also get a poster, but once again, I think it took the poster. Put the poster somewhere or something. Then you open it up and you get little postcards. So these little things that show double-sided posters and stuff, and you can hang this up if you want, and it's got enough stuff. I think it's even got stickers, if I'm correct on this one. It's got little stickers. You can put them on your car or somewhere, and you got the punks, the Lizzies. Oh my God, it's got a sticker for the Lizzies. The riffs. I mean, how cool is that? And then, I mean, look at that. It's just cool. And then you get, usually, for most of these, you get, this, or you get this. And I always put, like, this one on if the other one is on the like hardcover stuff for it. So, but this is my favorite anyway because this is the theatrical. This is what I would see in the at the video store is this version, and I would rent it based on seeing it say these are the armies of the night. They are 100,000 strong. They outnumber all the cops 5 to 1. They could run New York City. Tonight they're all out to get the Warriors. If you haven't seen The Warriors, it's such a great movie. I plan to do it for Film Freaks at some point. We just haven't done that yet. Um, if it comes to Tubi, I think I might do it on Zoom with some people. Not sure if it's on Tubi yet or not. I don't think it is. But this way you put it on, and it's just, like the packaging on these are just amazing. I would totally suggest this just for the packaging alone. Um, as I've said, I think I've said it before, but Criterion is my favorite of the boutique labels. That's why I started it first. It's sort of going in order right now, the ones I love and adore. So like, it's this one, and then I think next might be Scream Factory because that's another one I have a lot of. And then, we'll do more, but I just wanted to show this off. This is a long one because I actually really do love the Warriors and I do love Arrow. Arrow Video is a lot of fun. I want to collect as many of them as I can. So, anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys are big Arrow fans, and whatnot. Do you have any of those movies? Do you not have those movies? What ones are you looking for? I would suggest going to eBay. A lot of times, sometimes they're $30, but they're worth $30, honestly. With the packaging and all the other stuff, I would buy it for $30. Generally like to go into the 20s, so if I see a good sale going on at Barnes& and Noble, which Arrow and Kino both do sales at Barnes& and Noble now, just like Criterion. So, I mean, you've got a lot of boutique stuff to look for and to try to get. I think even Scream Factory does things like deals and stuff. So I just suggest like looking around to try to find something really good that you guys like. And if you guys like Arrow, let me know. All right. Till then, everybody. Bye.